In this nugget, let's think about what Amazon Web Services is and what is so exciting about it. Now, one of the exciting things about it, I should say, is that we can save a lot of money over traditional IT infrastructures, but I'm really going to table the discussion of economics for another nugget that's specific to that when we talk about, defining AWS. So let's forget dollars and cents for a moment and let's instead just think about the characteristics that make AWS exciting from a technology perspective. We're going to cover a bunch of terms that really define cloud computing and Amazon Web Services. And one of those terms would be internet-based or internet accessible. And here you can see that I am using what's called the management console of Amazon Web Services in order to get to Amazon S3 storage services. And inside there, I can see a bucket that I've created called AJS Networking Photos. And if I go in there, there's this miscellaneous Dropbox folder. And if I scroll down, I can see that there are JPEGs stored in there. If I go to this JPEG right here, I notice that there is a link to access this JPEG out of the S3 storage facilities of Amazon Web Services. And if I click that link, it pulls up that image for me out of that bucket. So this is internet access to services and resources. And notice that it's on demand. When I need this stuff, I can get to it. So on-demand and internet-based access are two characteristics of Amazon Web Services and cloud computing in general. Now, other terms that we love to describe cloud, and particularly AWS, would be agility, scalability, elasticity, and performance. Let's take these two first because they're fairly easy to understand. We'll start with the easiest. When it comes to scalability, this refers to increasing the amount of IT resources you would have as demand increases. This is obviously something we would seek to have, great scalability. But elasticity goes even farther than that. As you can see, elasticity deals with scaling up and scaling down, or in specific Amazon Web Service terminology, scaling out or scaling in. And this is a great thing because we can have our resources not only grow and scale out as demand increases, but also contract and scale in when there is less demand. And I know I'm not supposed to talk about money in this nugget, but think about what this could do to our spending on IT resources. Something else that we love is the fact that we have great performance when we move to cloud technologies. Oftentimes, we can take advantage of compute horsepower that we would never be able to provision ourselves. Think about something like artificial intelligence. The compute horsepower that it takes to do AI might be something we could never before think of achieving, but now that we can access these resources in the cloud, no problem at all. Now, when we talk about cloud technologies and Amazon Web Services making us more agile, I like to break this down into three characteristics that really do this for us. Number one is speed. No, I'm not talking about that old movie where there's a bomb on a moving bus that they can't stop. I'm talking about the fact that we can more quickly get services out to our customers than ever before, leveraging all of the great resources of Amazon Web Services and the expertise of the engineers that design that for us. We also tend to have a culture of innovation when we do Amazon Web Services. Think about the AI example. We may have never thought about trying to get involved with machine learning and artificial intelligence before, but since these are services that are available to us in Amazon Web Services, we might start to think about innovation that way. And then the other characteristic I love that gives us agility is the fact that we can easily experiment when it comes to Amazon Web Services and new technologies. You see, you can spin up an infrastructure inside the Amazon Web Service cloud And it's temporary, it's disposable. You can then delete everything that you created after the experimentation is done. Oftentimes, we don't have such flexibility, such agility in our on-premise data centers. Now, I thought it would be fun to wrap this nugget up by just giving you a little bit more detail about a couple more specific Amazon Web Services that are integral in making all this possible. By the way, remember, one of the web services that we looked at in this nugget was S3. This is object-based storage. But two more specific technologies I want to plant in your mind right now are going to impact performance dramatically, as well as agility and scalability and elasticity. And those technologies go hand in hand, and they are auto scaling, if I can spell that right, and ELB, elastic load balancing. These two services are critical for us. Auto scaling allows your compute resources to scale out or to scale in to give us that elasticity. And elastic load balancing will take compute resources that you might have spun up in the cloud, and it will load balance the traffic across those different resources. So in this nugget, we did discuss 3 specific Amazon Web Services, and we'll be discussing many more as we go out through all of the nuggets that make up the Cloud Practitioner set. So we love the agility, we love the on-demand internet accessibility of Amazon Web Services and its characteristics of elasticity and scalability and high performance. These are all critical aspects of cloud computing today. I hope you found this nugget informative, and I'd like to thank you for viewing.